All right, let's get straight to it, because we've got some breaking news in the world of AI, and this one could genuinely change the way we all write code.
So here it is. OpenAI has just dropped a research preview for something called GPT 5.3 Codex Spark. Now, what makes this a big deal? Well, it's the first model they've built from the ground up for real-time coding. You know that little pause, that lag between asking your AI assistant for something and getting a response? Yeah, this is designed to pretty much erase it. We're talking about near-instant collaboration.
So why does this matter so much? Well, if you've ever used an AI coding assistant, you know exactly why. It all comes down to that one core frustration, the wait time. That little delay is just long enough to break your focus, to pull you out of the zone. This new model is built to kill that lag and keep you in a state of flow.
To really get it, think about it like this. The old approach is like giving a big project to a contractor. You give them the specs, they go away for a few hours or even days and come back with a result. But this new approach, it's like having an expert pair programmer sitting right next to you. It's designed to work with you, in the moment, making small, targeted edits just as fast as you can think of them.
And when I say fast, how fast are we talking? Over 1,000 tokens per second. To put that in perspective, that is so fast it feels instantaneous. It completely closes the loop between your idea and the AI's execution. So coding starts to feel less like a series of commands and pauses and more like a fluid back-and-forth conversation. Now, you might be wondering, how in the world did they pull this off? This kind of incredible speed isn't just a clever software trick. Nope. To get this kind of performance, they needed a deep partnership and some seriously specialized hardware.
And here is the engine under the hood. Codex Spark is running on something called Cerebrus Wafer Scale Engine 3. The best way to think about it is like a custom-built racetrack, designed for one thing and one thing only, getting AI answers back as fast as humanly possible. It creates what they're calling a latency-first serving tier. It's basically a dedicated express lane for AI requests, where speed is the absolute #1 priority.
And Sean Lee, the CTO of Cerebrus, really hit the nail on the head with this. He says this isn't just about making things faster for the sake of speed, it's about discovering entirely new ways to work with AI. I mean, when the delay completely disappears, what new workflows, what new creative ideas suddenly become possible? That's the real question they're trying to answer here.
But here's where it gets really interesting for everybody, not just the people who get to use this new model. The work they did to push for this insane speed, well, it ended up creating performance upgrades across their entire platform. You see, the team realized pretty quickly that a super-fast model was only one piece of the puzzle. To get that truly real-time feeling, they had to hunt down and eliminate latency everywhere in the system. I mean, think about it. It doesn't matter how fast the AI is if the pipes connecting you to it are slow, so they had to streamline everything.
So first up, they managed to slash the overhead for a client-server round trip by a massive 80%.
Then they cut down the per-token overhead by another 30%.
And finally, they cut the time it takes to get that very first token back by 50%. The big takeaway here is that these aren't just abstract numbers. These improvements mean that all the models are going to feel snappier and more responsive for everyone. A rising tide lifts all boats, right?
Okay, so we've seen the tech and we've seen the awesome side effects for the whole system, but what does this mean for you right now, and what's the long-term game plan?
Here's the quick briefing on that. It's rolling out as a research preview, and for now, it's for ChatGPT Pro users. You'll be able to access it in the Codex app, through the command line, and in the VS Code extension. The specs? It's a text-only model with a 128K context window. And a quick heads up, because it runs on that specialized hardware, it's going to have its own separate rate limits.
So what's the end game? Well, the vision is to blend these two worlds together. Right now, we've got this new, super-fast, real-time collaboration with Codex Spark on one side and the powerful, deep-thinking models on the other. The goal is to merge them. So just imagine an AI that can keep up with you for quick, in-the-moment edits, but can also delegate the really big, complex tasks to work on in the background. You'd get the best of both worlds without ever having to choose. And all of this really leads us to one huge final question. As our interaction with AI becomes truly instant, the bottleneck isn't the tech anymore. It's just our own imagination. So what new possibilities is this going to unlock? How is this going to fundamentally change the way we build things and turn our ideas into reality? That's the big question.